Right, this is really exciting because Squawka Dave is actually here in the flesh. This is his real human face. It's not over Skype and all that stuff. How does it feel?
Feels good. Feels good to be near you, Sam.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, very exciting.
Here's what we're going to do. I want you to join in at home. Get your comments in below. We're going to go through, number one, what we each think Manchester United's starting 11 will be on the very first game we play after the 1st of September, where the transfer window has shut. Okay? Not the first team in August, but then boom! Transfer window's gone. Who the hell is playing? And then after that, a fantasy team. We're going to find out Dave's ultimate fantasy team for Manchester United. Right, I'll go first with my team for September the 2nd. I don't know when our game is. I'm hedging my bets a bit. I'm putting Valdez in goal because whether De Gea stays or go, Valdez might play. The other goalkeeper might be injured.
Exactly.
So Valdez seems safe. I've got Klein at right back. I think that'll happen, especially with Dani Alves staying. Smalling and Otamendi at centre back. I think he'll come. There's been lots of noise about it. Nothing about Hummels. I think that's probably going to happen. Luke Shaw at left back. In the middle, Carrick, Herrera, Gundogan.
Oh, tasty. I know. Very tasty.
I really want him. Is one reason.
He's a brilliant player.
Yeah, I hope he's a brilliant player. And then moving forward, Mata, Rooney, Di Maria. I think Ashley Young will be out.
Memphis?
Thought about it, but he's only 21. He can't play every game, and I can't not play Mata. So that's where I am.
Fair enough, mate.
Talk us through it.
Right, I'm going to go with Hugo Lloris in goal.
Oh, controversial.
Controversial. I think David De Gea is probably on. Obviously, it's a very sad day when that happens, but Hugo Lloris is a brilliant goalkeeper. Yeah. Fantastic to come in. He's made more saves than any goalkeeper in the top half of the Premier League. He comes off his line a lot, 4 more times than David De Gea, so it will work with our high line. His pass accuracy is pretty decent for a goalkeeper. Just an all-round top keeper. I think, speaking English, being in the Premier League, he came out this week saying he was a Man United fan, loved Eric Cantona. Why not get him in?
No time for that.
Exactly. Okay. Moving on, I reckon right back, that's where we've agreed. Going to go with Nathaniel Klein.
Nice.
Definitely.
Look at that, that's happening.
Definitely happening, yeah. Get it on, because obviously Dani Alves is probably the best right back in the world. He showed that in the Champions League final. So good at going forward, so good at coming back. Fantastic player, but we can't get him. No. Let's get an English player that's sort of coming to the peak of his career. He's around 25 now. Top tackler, really good at creating chances. I think he'll give us a brilliant outlet on that right-hand side because I think we'll probably go for an inverted right side player, either Juan Mata or Di Maria, both. I'd go for. Yeah. So Nathaniel Klein, brilliant width up there. Going to go with Chris Smalling as my right-sided centre-back. Okay. I'm not the biggest Chris Smalling fan, but I think he's come out of this season for Man United as our best defender. Yeah. Scored 4 goals in the Premier League this season. The second top-scoring defender in the Premier League this year.
That's not bad, is it?
Behind John Terry, of course, Man United legend for missing that penalty in Moscow. Partnering him, it's got to be Matt Hummels. It's got to be Matt.
See, I'm really up for Matt, but it's gone so quiet, hasn't it?
It has.
But maybe that's because it's all done.
Potentially, yeah, or it's either that it isn't done, or like you said, or it is done. I think that he'll bring so much to our side. He's so good on the ball. He's been found out a little bit this season in terms of defensively because he's been so exposed. At Borussia Dortmund, their fullbacks have been getting too high up the pitch. They're not coming back to form a back four. He's not getting protected from his defensive midfield. There are moments in the German Cup final where he was just exposed. He was defending on the left wing. That's not his position. But he showed moments of brilliance in that game. He's the German sat-nav. That's what we should sort of go at him, call him that way. He likes to bring the ball out of defence. He played a fantastic ball to Aubameyang in the German Cup final again. I want him now. Absolutely, it was a brilliant ball from the back. Lovely little dip on the end of it. Curvature, fantastic stuff. Another moment came out, entered like the midfield zone. We don't see this with Man United defenders this year. We see when they enter the midfield zone, they get scared. Yeah. They pass sideways, they pass backwards. Matt Hummels is going to play that through ball. He's going to play that pass forward. It was, it's wonderful, wonderful player. I think he'll work perfectly for our midfield. To left back, it's going to be Daley Blind.
I think no Luke Shaw.
I think Luke Shaw's going to have another season where potentially he might be injured a bit. Yeah. He'll come in. I do like Luke Shaw. I think he will be our left back to come. But I think Daley Blind is the safe option for next season. His ball retention's fantastic. He's averaged more passes than any Man United player this year. He's made more interceptions in the opposition's half than any Man United player.
That's some good stats.
So he can read the play very, very well. And if we want to keep the ball in the opposition half, he can play it and he can win it back.
Do you think he's going to be a bit like John O'Shea in that he's excellent, but can't quite say, that's what I'm playing every week, and he's just going to float?
Exactly.
Because that's not always a good thing, is it?
It's not always a good thing, but to win the Premier League, like what we're hopefully will do next year. You need these John O'Sheas, you need the Wes Browns, and he's a perfect player for it. He's so technically gifted. He's a very smart footballer. He can play centre half, could play defensive midfield, say central midfield, left back. He could probably play right back. You know, he probably could easily. Could probably play attacking midfield. You know, he scored some very important goals for United this year. You know, the goal against West Brom and so forth. So yeah, I definitely think he'll be our John O'Shea.
Okay, good. John O'Shea, Mark II. So your midfield.
Midfield. All right. Going to have to go with Michael Carrick. He's been absolute. When he's played, he's been awesome. So when Michael Carrick has been with Man United, their win rate is 72%. Without Michael Carrick, 35%. So it's just crazy. You know, we've won something like
draws as well. For those doing the maths.
Exactly. Draws. And obviously him not playing in some of the games. I think he's missed 20 games this season. We've only won 7 games. He's played in 18 games and picked up 13 wins. So he's so important. He's so calm. And I think if we do get Hummels, him being able to cover for Hummels, protect Hummels, be absolutely perfect.
They'll be great mates.
They'll be good pals, won't they? You know, high-fiving, chest bumping in the changing room.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
Yeah, great stuff.
That's Hummels, Michael Carrick, chest bump.
On to my midfield too, so I think we're going to go for a 4-3-3 like we finished with last season, similar to your side. Ander Herrera has to be in there.
Of course he does.
He's been fantastic. You know, it was strange that he didn't play at the start. Maybe it was the match fixing stuff. You know, the thing with Zaragoza. Very much into that. You know, was a Zaragoza supporter. But you know, when he came into the side, he's been fantastic. He's
so good.
6 goals this season. That's more than any midfielder's managed, any central midfielder's managed for Man United in the past 4 seasons.
It's embarrassing.
So it is embarrassing that we've not got some talent in midfield, but that's a great talent to have now. Ander Herrera really dominating. Fantastic performance against Chelsea away when he played defensive midfield. That was brilliant. You know, he can do everything. I think, but playing that central midfield role, right side, linking with Mata, he linked perfectly, and Valencia this season. Get our new right back in, potentially Di Maria or Mata, whoever plays his right side role. It's just going to be perfect stuff.
Dream.
Other central midfielder, a realistic option, Morgan Schneiderlin. It's been in the press. Obviously we've seen it. I do like Morgan Schneiderlin. I think he's evolved from his days at Southampton. He was in the Premier League, I think, just as they got relegated. He stayed with them at League Two, Championship, Premier League. He improved every single one of those levels. Again, he's improved this season. Since Southampton got promoted back to the Premier League, he's won more tackles than any player. He's made more interceptions than any other midfielder. So he's a real ball-playing central midfielder that can win possession back. Similar to we've got Blind on left side to win the ball. We need more. We need Fellaini, who played that role this year. Not a massive Fellaini fan. He did a job when he was there, but Morgan Schneiderlin is he's a better player.
It'd be a bit like the signing of Carrick, wouldn't he? And when we bought Carrick, a lot of people were like, sure, whatever.
Yes.
Didn't really appreciate how good he was and how much he'd change our team.
Exactly.
Not going to sell loads of shirts. People aren't going to be buying his poster, but still going to be a fundamental, important player.
That's completely it. You know, he'll play this left side. Hopefully, he'll play this left side central midfield role. He's added goals to his games this season. He scored 4 goals, not a massive amount, but that's the same amount as his last 2 seasons combined. So he's improving. He's a player, like I mentioned before, consistently improves. He's very much a Van Gaal type player. And I think functionally, you look at Barcelona's team this season, Rakitic played a key role in the Champions League, covering Lionel Messi. This is what we want Schneiderlin to do for Memphis Depay, who I think who's got to be left midfield, mate. He's going to be playing all year. You know, completely off your team, he's definitely going to be in there. He scored 22 goals in 30 games from playing left wing. Pretty brilliant stats. He converted 21% of his free kicks this year. So that's like he's scoring 1 in 5 free kicks.
We had like a really good free kick taker for... Well, even really...
Ronaldo.
Because Ronaldo's free kicks were all right at United, but they're awful now.
Well, that was the thing.
He runs up and smashes it.
At United, I think it was around 2007 where it really hit that really nice way of striking the ball, and he sort of lost it a bit. Yeah, he used to hit it and it used to bounce in front of the keeper, and it'd be lovely.
His stats must be awful now.
His free kick conversion will be nothing on Depay. Depay's second in Europe's top 6 leagues. He scored 6 free kicks this year. That's more than any other player. So we're sort of getting a player that will shoot a lot from outside the area, will score from outside the area, can take free kicks, and is a brilliant option on the counter-attack.
Like Nani, but good.
Like Nani, but good. And it's sort of like the Ronaldo thing where Ronaldo used to not defend, and Darren Fletcher would do his defending on that right side, pivoting from central midfield. That's what we're going to get with Depay. A player that stays wide, pins their full-back back, and will offer us stuff on the break. You know, you've seen United this year. Sometimes on the break we're a bit slow. With Depay, we're going to get speed, absolute speed. You know, very, very quick player. Strong lad. I think we're going to get goals, assists. We're going to get everything from him. Expect big things from Memphis Depay.
This is exciting. Okay, right, you've got 2 positions left.
2 left. Centre forward, I think I'm going to go with Wayne Rooney. I think club captain, He's going to be in there somewhere. I think striker's obviously his best position. You look at the last time where he really bagged the goals in 2010-11. He played in a 4-5-1, 4-3-3, similar to what we're going to play. Up front, scored 27 goals. We got knocked out by Louis van Gaal's Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Rooney was injured that game. He had a heel injury, got taken off after 30 minutes. We were really dominating then, really dominating. That could have been Rooney's, I'm going to take Man United to the Champions League final season. Unlucky, he got done by injury. But I think if he does play centre forward, he plays every week, he's guaranteed to score goals. He'll get into that phase of scoring. He's a bitty player where he scores 2 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals. Doesn't score for a bit, 2 goals, 3 goals, which is good, you know, if we're having contributions from Morgan Schneiderlin and Herrera, Depay. But I think, he will be there. And it will work in terms of, you know, if he's coming to the ball, Depay's coming in, going the other way, you know, running in behind, which we haven't had this season. Perfect stuff.
So your final position.
Right midfield, it's been a really tough one because I think Juan Mata has been excellent this year. He's been really good in terms of goal scoring. He's got the best chance conversion of any player in the Premier League to score over 5 goals. He's scored 36% of his chances this year. That's really good, but I think I'm going to go with Angel Di Maria.
You're hoping he's going to
I'm hoping he's going to explode. Yeah. Saying he turned up, though, he's the 3rd top assister in the Premier League this season.
Yeah, although, I don't want to take anything away from him, some of those are very kind to him.
Would you say the goal that Juan Mata scored at Anfield, that was a fantastic ball?
Yeah,
there was so much on that ball. The ball to Rooney that Rooney finished brilliantly against West Brom, that was another fantastic ball. You watched that game, the whole game we were crossing Paulie, we were hitting it to the West Brom centre-half and they were just gobbling it up. That was the first time that they played something a bit different. That's Di Maria. He's a clever player.
Was it the assist for Falcao where he shot from about 40 yards and sliced it?
But then that's a Di Maria assist. Still does count as an assist. Counts. Yeah. You watch Di Maria, he's quite, in the final third he goes for things. His pass accuracy is about 75%. So he's a player that you've got to expect will lose the ball sort of maybe 3 times out of 10. He'll lose the ball, but when he doesn't, things happen. He creates chances, creating more chances than any United player, completing more take-ons, so he's dribbling past more opponents than any other United player. He's been slated in the media because it hasn't quite worked for him and he's had times of bad form. He just needs to come back. Playing this right midfield role will give him, or right wing role, will give him a new breed of life. He played that under Mourinho. He had a decent, I think he got 7 goals, 6 assists when he played that. Obviously not his best campaign, but he needs to evolve as a player. I think we all agree he needs to evolve as a player. And what better to do that than under Van Gaal that's turned the likes of Iron Robin into a goal machine, left-sided player to the right, That's what I want to see from Di Maria.
I saw a great comment on him recently that said if he turns up in August and fulfills his potential, that's the best signing we can make.
Yes,
there's 100%. No player on earth we can realistically buy that's as good as he is if he
turns up. No, I completely agree with that.
Right, amazing. So that is you've got David Herring, you've got Hugo Lloris in goal. Who was it right back?
Klein.
Then you've got Smalling, Hummels, and Blind.
Yeah.
With Herrera, Carrick, and Schneiderlin in your midfield. We have Depay, Rooney, and Di Maria.
That is it.
That's a good team.
That's the dream team.
Okay.
No, that's not the dream team. That's the expected team.
Now we're going to do the dream teams. Make sure you watch part 2.